The HOA president was still clutching that ridiculous pink stun gun when the neighborhood dogs started howling, and I remember the sting in my palm from the slap I'd just given her. My phone was on speaker with 911, operator waiting on the line, and my daughter Maya, all of 10 years old, sat there on the curb, knees scraped, clutching her glittery jump rope, with that wide-eyed look kids get when adults forget how to be human. It's wild, the things you never think you'll see on your own driveway. I'm Evan Rohr, just a regular accountant who likes his spreadsheets neat, his weekends smoky with ribs on the grill, and his yard quiet and unremarkable, which is exactly how I thought life would stay here in Ponderosa Bend. Out here, the biggest excitement is supposed to be someone putting up a flag on game day. But you know how it goes. Every block has one, and ours came with Beverly Honland, HOA queen, helmet hair, pearl visor, smile stretched so tight it could double as packing tape. She runs board meetings like there's some kind of modern witch trial, just with lemonade and Costco cookies. Maya had been practicing her jump rope routine for weeks, hoping to win the school talent show, and her soundtrack was nothing more than a Bluetooth speaker on low and the steady slap of rope on pavement. The trouble started on a Tuesday, sunny, boring, the way most trouble likes to sneak in. That's when Beverly showed up at the property line, tape measure in hand, clipboard pressed to her chest, acting like she was on safari and our driveway was the watering hole. She didn't say a word, just scribbled, lifted her phone to record, and scribbled some more. Maya asked, "Why is that lady staring at me?" I shrugged, told her some people just have too much time. Guess Beverly heard that. Her smile got even tighter, which seemed physically impossible, and just like that, warnings started showing up like cursed fortune cookies. Improper use of public tranquility. Transient percussion after 5 p.m. Unlicensed rhythmic activity. Real words, on real paper, complete with a fake seal that looked like a PowerPoint slide from 1997. I mean, who even comes up with this stuff? Next thing I know, Beverly's out there every evening. High-vis vest, clipboard, some plastic badge from Party City, and a decibel meter she aimed at squirrels, birds, the sun, and sometimes, just for fun, my house. She started posting on the neighborhood app stuff about training facilities and founding homeowners like we lived in some HOA version of colonial Williamsburg. Some people have no respect for community standards, she wrote. The sound of children playing is not what our founders intended. You know what I mean? Like really? It escalated. A fine for juvenile nuisance. Then another for music audible from the curb. $25, then 50, then 100. I ignored them. These were Beverly's fantasy fines, not legal tender, but she didn't like being ignored. Suddenly, she's going door to door, recruiting for her noise pollution petition, talking about declining property values. Most folks politely declined, but the 3 retirees at the end of the block, who complain when their own clocks tick too loud, signed right up. That's when she leveled up, calling herself the Director of Community Standards. Even put it on a business card and slid one under my wiper. Final warning in red. You have to admire the commitment to the bit. Thursday evening, 6:12 p.m., the sky pink, the air thick. Maya was mid-routine, jump rope arcing, her face all concentration, when Beverly stormed up, shouting about ordinances, racket, order. Her voice cut the air sharper than the jump rope itself. I tried to reach for the speaker, dial it down, de-escalate, be the adult. Beverly reached for her purse, and, God help me, pulled out that pastel pink stun gun, like she was a discount superhero. She snapped it once, blue arcs kissing the air. The sound was pure threat, electric, angry, and totally out of place. Every protective instinct in me went off. Maya froze, jump rope dropping to the ground. Beverly lunged, babbling about citizens' arrest and community order. I stepped in front of Maya and said, "Back off, Beverly," doing my best not to let my voice shake. But Beverly went for it anyway. The stun gun clipped Maya's forearm, a glancing touch, more scare than shock, but the effect was instant. Maya cried out, dropped her rope, the whole block went dead silent, and suddenly, my hand was moving before my brain caught up. A sharp, clean slap that echoed off every garage door on the loop. You ever see one of those moments in slow motion, where everyone holds their breath at the same time? That was it. Beverly's face went from smug to shocked to nuclear in 2 seconds flat. I scooped up Maya, sat her on the curb, grabbed my phone, and called 911. Operator on the line while Beverly stood there, stunned, palm to cheek, like she couldn't believe anyone had dared interrupt her little reign. I remember the 911 operator's voice, so calm, asking, "Did you say HOA president and stun gun in the same sentence?" "Yes, ma'am," I said, and she's still holding it. Suddenly, the tone changed. "Officers are en route. Please keep your distance from the weapon." We sat tight on the curb, Beverly stomping circles in my driveway, now performing for the neighbors who peeked out from behind their curtains. Within minutes, sirens split the quiet, porch lights flicked on, doorbell cams captured every angle. Beverly was playing the victim, telling everyone she'd been assaulted, she was just doing her duty, that I was some kind of neighborhood menace. She clutched her cheek, pointed at me, moaned about property values. The officers, 3 of them, arrived fast. I kept my hands visible, said 3 things. "I'm the caller. My child was attacked. Collect the cameras." Miraculously, they listened. One officer carefully approached Beverly, asked her to put the device down. She flashed her fake badge, said she had authority here. The officer, stone-faced, used gloves to bag the thunderstick as evidence. Another officer started canvassing the block, and just like that, everyone found their courage. Footage poured in, Beverly measuring grass with a ruler at sunrise, posting violation stickers on cars, yelling at a 5-year-old's birthday party for balloon congestion. You couldn't make this up. Maya had a light mark on her arm, a little welt rising, caught on a body cam for good measure. When Beverly tried to claim she was authorized security, the officer asked, "Authorized by who?" Beverly mumbled something about HOA charters and community guidelines, but when asked to produce the charter, she claimed it was at home. "We'll wait," the officer said. You should have seen her face. By sundown, Beverly was in the back of the cruiser, hands folded, looking like a kid who got sent to the principal's office. The officer read her charges: assault, use of a stun device on a minor, impersonating security, brandishing. Beverly blinked and said, "But I don't even own a sword." The officer explained brandishing meant threatening with any weapon. Beverly called it a compliance tool, and even the officer almost cracked a smile. The HOA board tried to huddle up, half in pajamas, debating damage control on my sidewalk. The cop cut them off. "Ma'am, this is now a crime scene. Please disperse." One asked if they could at least vote to distance themselves from Beverly. "You can vote wherever you want, just not here." Detectives reviewed the ring footage, Beverly's pink stun gun, my slap, me immediately calling 911. "Defensive force, minimal, ceased," he muttered into his report. Maya described it all in that blunt, kid way, including that Beverly smelled like mothballs and disappointment. The detective tried not to laugh. EMTs checked Maya out, gave her a popsicle, declared her tougher than half the adults they see. The detective asked if I wanted a protective order. I said yes. Maya asked if we could still do the talent show. I said absolutely. She asked if Beverly would go to jail. "That's up to a judge," the detective said. "But there will be consequences." 3 weeks later, Ponderosa Bend HOA held a meeting in the library, under laminated posters about respect and quiet. This time, Beverly was gone, voted out unanimously, even by the retirees who once supported her. They wrote a no weapons on patrol policy, which, honestly, you'd think would be common sense, but here we are. The neighborhood got a letter that read like a breakup text, lots of moving forward and renewed trust, desperately trying to scrub away the Beverly era. The district attorney filed charges. Beverly's lawyer, who looked like he needed a long nap, cut a plea deal: 1 year probation, 200 hours community service at the Pine Corey Youth Center, which was poetic justice thick enough to pave the cul-de-sac. She got a 5-year restraining order keeping her 50 yards from my family and any organized juvenile activity, jump ropes included. Our civil suit settled fast, enough for counseling, a scholarship fund for Maya, and a shiny new playground sound wall that actually looks like modern art but functions like peace. The criminal case wrapped with Beverly pleading no contest to assault with a weapon and impersonating an officer. The judge, clearly unimpressed with fake badges, gave her the probation terms and 10 grand in fines. Beverly, mouth opening and closing like a fish, asked if she could pay in installments. The judge didn't even blink, just said that could be arranged, and added her HOA status meant nothing in this courtroom. I swear, You could see all 5 stages of grief pass over her face in 10 seconds flat. And that's how my quiet life turned into a viral HOA story. One slap, one jump rope, and a pink stun gun at a time. You might think that's where it ends, but funny enough, rumor has it Beverly's applying to join the city council. Some people just can't help themselves. So what do you think? Who's right? Who's wrong? Would you have done the same? Drop your thoughts below, because, honestly, I'm still not sure what justice really looks like in a world run by folks like Beverly.